Hello, this is Amos Tarfa, and I want to talk to you briefly about STEM excellence and one of the books that I'm reading with young people in the fall of 2024. The name of the book is Can Science Explain Everything by Dr. John Lennox, Professor Emeritus, Oxford University, Professor of Mathematics. I've met Dr. Lennox now about 3 times, and I've just been encouraged by his demeanor and how he shares the truth in love, but he still shares the truth nonetheless. Very important. And Can Science Explain Everything is a wonderful resource that we're going to use it as the first book to launch STEM excellence. There are 10 chapters of the book. We'll start right from the beginning, from chapter 1 in October. October 5th is our launch date. And basically, students will be able to log in, watch some of the videos that we've recorded as far as just a summary of the chapters, and then teaching them how to think through what Dr. Lennox is talking about. There are some great videos on YouTube with Dr. Lennox explaining more of the Can Science Explain Everything, sort of the theme. And there's actually the OCA, it's called Oxford Center for Christian Apologetics. They have a series of videos, the best of Dr. John Lennox, and this is one of the books that they're focusing on right now. So in STEM Excellence, we're gathering a community of scholars from all around the world and saying, let's study science, math, technology, the history of math and science, all of that. Let's study it at the highest level possible. We're not limiting ourselves to anybody's state standard or anybody's country standards. Our limits are literally Isaac Newton, Leonard Euler, the best mathematicians and scientists the world has ever seen. Those are the people we're trying to learn from. And the cool thing about Euler or Maxwell or Faraday and some of these top scientists that I'm going to be really focusing on is their humility. It's not enough to be good at science and math. Knowledge can puff up a person. Knowledge can make you begin to think of yourself in the wrong way. And so what we want to do is we want to teach not only the science and the history of science, but also the theological virtue or the theological component of humility. And that's part of what you would notice in our course, or as far as the brand of STEM excellence, is that we want to walk in humility while we also provide excellent education in STEM. Zip code should not limit your opportunity for excellence in STEM. Please, the whole business of my school district is not as good. Guys, this is 2024. We have the internet. There's mentors available to help you become who you were created to be. Don't allow your school district to limit your mathematical or scientific abilities. Please don't. If you have the desire, that's what matters. Do you care? Do you want to master math and science like never before? Then STEM excellence is for you. I want students in Calc 3 before they graduate high school. Like Calculus 1, 2, and 3. Yes, Calc 3. Linear algebra, differential equations. If you want to be a mathematician or a scientist, what are we waiting for? Like, are you going to wait for the next chapter in the book? What is that about? Einstein learned algebra and geometry in 1 summer, and here we are with the internet, and we can't make progress and just keep learning. I'll give you a quick example, and I've come up with a term for this. You guys will hear about it in my podcast as well, but I call it the law of relevance. If something is important to you, you tend to put in the work to go the extra mile. I wanted to learn about quantum theory. I've learned about it through the years, but I wanted to learn in a more formal, simplified model. And so I got a book about quantum theory, and I got to work, started reading the book. Interesting stuff, interesting people. Okay, I'm learning it. It seemed to matter to me, and I put in the work to read the book. Let's talk about another one. I haven't done this other one yet, but I'm fascinated by Maxwell's equations. So I'm like, okay, I've heard about this. I've watched a video here and there, but no, I want to dissect it more. In my field in medical physics, we were not required at the graduate level to do more of Maxwell's equations. But if you take electricity and magnetism in undergraduate and so on, you get to do that. But the point I'm trying to make is when it matters to me, I go after and I try to figure it out. Are we saying that 6th to 12th graders they don't have things that matter to them that they are going to go after? We need to encourage them and nurture that in them. Keep going. Summertime comes. Why do we have to stop doing math? Like, let's keep going. So then if we come back in the fall, we've lost ground. Like, guys, we got to rethink education. It's just not working. What we're doing is not working. It's inefficient, and it's killing people's passion. We need to nurture and help people become who they were created to be. So We're going to be talking about this on my podcast regularly, but I just wanted to introduce the STEM Excellence first book we're reading called Can Science Explain Everything? Dr. Lennox has written other books like Finding Ultimate Reality. There's a bunch of books here. He's written on Abraham and Joseph and Daniel. He's written one with David Gooding, who was his mentor, I believe. Gunning for God. He's written this one as well. Dr. Lennox does a wonderful job in teaching the relationship between science and faith. And stay tuned for more of the quotes. We're going to be talking about some key quotes from scientists and mathematicians that show how science and faith go together. Science needs faith to provide it with an explanation for why it even makes sense in the first place. So enjoy book discussion. Can Science Explain Everything? And if you don't have a copy, feel free to order one, and I'll see you in class. Take care and have a blessed day.